What's up everyone, Tim's here, aka FGFin21, and we are back with some Wild and Wet and Wild Draft League content for you guys. We have been doing Wet and Wild since Season 1, and I'm very glad Daniel and Ducky took me back for Season 3. And yeah, this season there are not 2 but 3 leagues, besides Verity and... what was the second one again? You had the Mesprit Verity and Valor, right? Lake Valor for Azov. Yeah, Valor. We got an additional league, the Acuity division. The Valor the Valor division is again a Pokemon Insurgents League, and Acuity and Verity, and Verity is the one that I was placed in, are a Stabmon League. Now, for anyone just like me, when I signed up, who doesn't know what a Stabmon League is, let me tell you. Stab is short for same type attack bonus, so yeah, let's take this little Aegislash here. Say hi to Aegislash, everyone. And Aegislash says hi back, of course. Aegislash has 2 types. Aegislash is a Ghost type, but it's also a Steel type. So if Aegislash uses a Ghost type move, it gets a boost because it is a Ghost type itself. Now, all moves that a Pokemon that are the base types of the Pokemon are available in a Stabmon competition. Yeah, so let's say Aegislash has now access to moves like Astral Barrage, because that's a Ghost type move. Normally it would have access to Shift Gear, but Shift Gear is one of the moves that are not available to Pokemon that don't originally run it. But it could go for something it doesn't know. Let's say Steel Beam. If it doesn't know Steel Beam, it can now use Steel Beam. If a Pokemon has a pre-evolution with another type, let's say Nincada is Ground and Bug but evolves into Shedinja and Ghost and Bug, it can use the Ghost, the Bug and the Ground type from Nincada as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's damaging or status move, all types are on the table. And if a Mega Pokemon changes type, the base type are the stab options. So Mega Gyarados is a Water and Dark type, but it does get all Water and Flying type moves, because regular Gyarados is yeah, a Flying type besides Water. Anything else you should know? I was 11th out of 16, and something I did new for this is I kept a point tally, so you know what my resources are at that point in time. So let's start off with my first, Lola Montez, aka my Enamorous Incarnate. I started off pretty offensively, because that's what Enamorous Incarnate is, offensive. Enamorous does have all Fairy and Flying type moves available, and I will give you a list of moves that it can use. But with 115 attack, 135 special attack, and a contrary ability, the possibilities are pretty big. We started off with 115 points, and after paying the 18 points for Enamorous Incarnate, I had 97 points left for I believe at least 9 and max 12. So pretty wide margins. What kind of moves can Enamorous use? The ones that I found most interesting, Dragon Ascent with Contrary. Dragon Ascent makes it so it's a base 120 move that lowers the most defensive stats after it's been used. But Contrary makes it so Dragon Ascent will boost my defense as well. How nice! Besides that, I can go for the regular moves like Superpower. Floor Cannon is off limits because otherwise this thing would be way too OP. Some other nice moves it can use are moves like Arrow Blast, because it's a flying type move just like Bleak Windstorm. I could go physical with Brave Bird. It gives me defog options if I ever want to run that. And on the fairy typing, Play Rough, which I don't think it normally gets. And Strange Stream is also something quite niche. So my first pawn is Enamorous Incarnate. Next up, I found something that I wanted to use again for quite some time, and that's Jirachi AK1 Republic. Yeah, on the stats department there's nothing much to talk about, it's all 100, which makes Jirachi pretty strong. Serene Grace is an ability that makes the possibility of something happen doubled. So like Body Slam has a 30% chance to cause paralysis, and with Serene Grace it jumps up to 60% chance, which is great. Besides that, it's a Steel and Psychic type, so he does have quite some immunities and not weaknesses but resistances. Thank you. So yeah, Jirachi was 16 points, left me after the Enamorous pick with 81 points. So yeah, quite a regular start of the draft so far for me. Now let's look at the possibilities Jirachi has. It also already has, of course, the Iron Head, because it always had that. That's one of the main annoying things Jirachi does. Iron Head flinches, just like Hard Stamp flinches. It already has moves like Wish for support, Body Slam, I believe, Ancient Power, so a lot of possibilities there already. Look at this list. Esper Wing will boost its speed. Freezing Glare has a 20% chance to paralyze. Lumina Crash will lower special defenses of my opponent by 2 stages. Luster Purge is Latios' signature move and has a 50% chance to lower Spadef. Without Serene Grace, by the way. So it ensures it lowers my Spadef stat. Mist Ball, same, but with special attack instead of special defense. It gets Photon Geyser, Size Strike, Cosmic Power, Take Heart. Not sure what the R and the T are, but whatever. On the Steel side, it gets both Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash, which is great. Bullet Punch for priority. Metal Burst. Yeah, does 50% on top of the damage Jirachi took that turn. Sandsteel Strike, yeah, same as Behemoth Blade and Bash. And Tycoon Cutter to deal with possible Focus Sash mons. So after Jirachi I had around 20 picks to wait. And when it came back, yeah, I'll just show you. I got Megazord X Regal. Are you gonna turn to the front and show your face to anyone? No? Okay, whatever. Megazord X. Funny story. After Jirachi I went almost straight to bed because it was pretty late, and I was like, well, there's no way that after 20 turn I have my pick will come up again while I sleep. And when I woke up, I had 1 minute left to leave a pick, and Megazord X was something just like the Mega Latios that was still on board at that point. More Pokemon I have had my eye on, and I was like, okay, I go for Megazord, just do it quickly. And Megazord is a great pickup. It completes a Fairy Dragon Steel Core, which is always nice to have. The ground weakness that Megazord has is an immunity that the Enamorus has. Enamorus does have an ice weakness that Jirachi resolves. The rock weakness is something Jirachi can take. The dragon weakness is something Jirachi and Enamorus can take. So these Pokemon complement each other pretty well. Megazord is of course a very strong attacker. 130 in both attack and special attack, 100 speed, tough claws. Was 16 points, so after after picking this up I was at 65 and I was already somewhere down halfway there on the point stats. Tough claws is of course boosting physical contact moves, which is pretty decent for what it has. Flare Blitz gets boosted, both Dragon Claw and Dual Chop gets boosted. But let's have a look what Megazord X can do extra. It does get a special armor cannon, which is hitting pretty hard. Bitter Blade from the Cerulege, Blue Flare and Fiery Dance for special fire type moves just like Fusion Flare. It can trap things with Magma Storm. Not sure if Sacred Fire is something that gets boosted, but something very interesting to find out. Burning Bulwark, more of a defensive option, but still nice to have. And yeah, since its base form is flying and not dragon, Dragon Ascent is also something Megazord X could be using. So a very interesting pick indeed. And after picking up Megazord X, there were 2 months I still had my eyes on. And I contacted Daniel, who is in the Valor division, so he was not really doing much with the Stepmon divisions. And I asked him, which one of these 2 should I be picking? And no, it was more like, I want to pick both of them, but that's very heavy on my points. Should I do it? And he said, if you could, you should, but you probably can't. So I was like, which of these 2 would be best? And he said, no. I said, I think my next pick would be the best pick of the 2, and he was agreeing. So when it came back to me, I picked up Ting-Lu, aka Colossus. Ting-Lu is a defensive unit, honestly. It does have 6 weaknesses: Water, Grass, Ice, Fighting, Fairy, Bug. But with 155 HP, 125 defense, 80 special defense, that's basically gets a 20-point boost because of Vessel of Ruin, because Vessel of Ruin lowers everyone's special attack stat by 25%. So 25, you can also see it as a 25 SPDF race, and that makes it base 100. So this thing is a nightmare to take down already. It can set both the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes hazards. Hits Earthquakes and Throat Chops very hard. It does have 2 immunities in Electric and Psychic, which is also nice. And this thing costed me 18 points, so it took me down to 47 points. For 4 Pokemon, for drafting at least 5 more Pokemon, that's not great, but I was very happy with picking up Ting-Lu. Why, you ask? Well, I'll show you. Ceaseless Edge. Ceaseless Edge. Not sure what I wrote there. Ceaseless Edge is a Hisuian Samurott signature move, and it's a dark type move that not only does damage but also sets up spikes. So I don't have to run spikes on Colossus. I can run Ceaseless Edge, still get up hazards and do damage. Knockoff is a great supporting move because with this defenses it can do it can take a hit and weaken your opponents. Parting Shot also very nice to have. It can run Sucker Punch. So his 45 base speed stat is not all that interesting anymore. Comeuppance is a Dark type Metal Burst from Mabosstiff. Headlong Rush is also a possibility if I want to run something that's hitting even harder than Earthquake. But the biggest thing is Ting-Lu gets Shore Up because he's a ground type. Which means Ting-Lu has reliable recovery on top of his defenses. This thing is wild, I believe you. I'll let you know that. It's not really wet, but we'll get there. Oh, believe you me, we get there. Because even though Daniel said, nah, that thing won't come back to you, it did. Do you want to know what it was? I'll show you what it was. Future Shady Iron Bundle. Do you see it? I don't think you see it, do you? Well, let me talk about Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle's 136 speed stat is already incredible, because normally a speed stat is kind of a multiplication of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. So 135 is a normal speed stat, but Bundle just outspeeds speed stat with 1 point, which is great. Combine that with an amazing 124 special attack stat, and this thing can hit very hard. 114 defense is also pretty decent. His 80 attack is workable if I want to run physical. And yeah, after paying 19 points and taking me down to 28, remember I still have to draft at least 4 more Pokemon. Yeah, I know. I was very happy with Bundle. You know what Bundle's biggest problem is normally? Hydro Pump misses. Hydro Pump is the best water type move, followed by Chilling Water. Yeah, you either have to pick a 110 base power move with 80 or 85% accuracy, or a base 50 move. But this is Tapmons. I can use whatever water type I want. What kind of water type moves do I want to use? Scald. Origin Pulse. It's almost the same as Hydro Pump, but still. Sparkling Aria. Steam Eruption. Surf. Physical Jet Punch. Glacial Lens. Free Shock. Bundle is gonna cook. You watch me. No more Hydro Pump misses for the Bundle. So yeah. Like I said, I do have very little points with 28 points left. So I started looking in the cheap ass section of the draft board. And I found something that should not be this cheap. But it is. Please welcome King Julian the Grafaiai. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, whatever. This is the reason why I don't think Grafaiai should be 6 points. Prankster. Painful Bunker, Toxic Threat, Belly Drum, Core Change. Healing moves like Recover, Morning Sun. Almost every normal type status move is available for King Julian. In case it didn't land it for you so far. A normal status move is something like Shell Smash. a normal type status move, and let me look it up because there are many to choose from, is Pain Split. Roar. Moves like Psych Up, Sing, Acupressure, Baton Pass, Conversion, Encore, Fillet Away would be if it wasn't banned, but Glare, Heal Bell, Lovely Kiss, Mean Look, Milk Drink, Morning Sun, Nature Power, Perish Song, Recover, Recycle, Reflect Type, Sharpen, Shell Smash, Simple Beam, Slack Off, Soft Boiled, Stuffed Cheeks, Swords Dance, Tickle, Tidy Up, Wish and Yawn. Is that the only thing it can do? Oh no. How about getting a Shell Smash Unburden boost after using White Herb? Coming from base 110 speed with 95 attack. Again, Grafaiai is going to cook. You might not see it, but I still have 22 points left at this point after drafting Grafaiai. It's a grounded poison type, which is also very useful. Again, poison type moves like Baneful Bunker and Toxic Threat are available to me, but also moves like Malignant Change, Muddle Spin to get rid of hazards, Shell Sidearm are all possibilities I might consider during this season. Yeah, I was kind of stuck in the cheap ass Pokemon section, and at this point I wanted something to block Rapid Spin, because I do have amazing hazards with Ting-Lu, and I wanted something to be able to spin hazards away as well. And you have two Pokemon. You have a Dhelmise that can block and Rapid Spin by itself, but I went for the cheaper option, and that's going to be Grim Shady, the Bramblebocast. I've used this before. It's an amazing Pokemon, honestly. Even though 55 HP, 70 defense may not look all that great in defense, but it still gets moves like Strength Sap to lower attack and heal itself up. Again, Rapid Spin, Power Whip and Poltergeist are moves it normally uses, but they can miss. So after spending 6 points again and bring my total back down to 16, again I still have 2 Pokemon to draft at the least. After spending that 6 points, let's see what I can get. Curse, which normally it wouldn't get, but with a speed boost up, it can deal 25% damage every turn a Pokemon stays in. Destiny Bond. After a Rapid Spin, Destiny Bond can be very tricky to get rid of and take something down with it. So Spirit Shackle is also an option, so it can Spirit Shackle something and curse it. Gotten Guard to boost that defensive stat or even better. Water Grass type moves like Graph Apple, Leaf Blade are just amazing. Macha Gotcha from a base 80 attack. Special attack is still pretty good. Spiky Shield just for even more to hurt physical attackers even more. Jungle Healing to heal 25% and a status if it has. Spicy Extract to double your attack and halving your physical defense, which after a Cotton Guard, go ahead. And even a move like Drop Kick is available to Bramblecast. So next up is Boltund, aka Sparky. I wanted something fast because there was a big speed gap from like 26 points between Bundle and Grafaiai, and I wanted to fill that up with 121 speed Boltund, aka Sparky. The best thing about Boltund is, well, it's 3 points, so it's cheap AF. But besides that, 69 HP, noise, 121 speed, again, 16 defenses, but 90 in both attack and special attack. And if you think, is that it? Well, Strong Jaw boosts biting moves, those are physical. But he can also have competitive, which doubles his special attack stat if one of his stats gets lowered. So Boltund can be a spam mixed attacker, and with being electric it does get some perks. Moves like Bolt Strike, Double Shock, Electro Drift, Fusion Bolt, Supercell Slam, Thunder Cage, Zing Zap and Thunderclap are all available to Sparky. Yeah, and I've used Boltund in the past and it always did me well, so I'm very happy to draft Boltund again. Left me with 14 points, I believe, at this point. No, 13 points. Yeah, 13 points. So that meant I still had points to spend and I would come out pretty well. So I wanted another spinner just to relieve Grafaiai and Bramblegast from their spin duties, and that's going to be Balboa, is it? It is right, Balboa? Rocky? Yeah, it's named after Rocky Balboa, so I think it's Balboa, not Bilboa. But Hitmonchan is my next spin option. It's a pretty cheap mon because 4 points. Keen Eye, not interesting because accuracy clause. Iron Fist, great for using his punching moves, and Inner Focus makes it not flinch, so that's pretty nice. I just see I forgot to change Hitmonchan's stats into from the whatchamacallit, Boltund. You would almost think this has been a rush job, but it's not. 50 HP, 105 attack, 79 defense, 35 special defense, but whatever. 110 special defense, something also very valuable to me at this point, and 76 speed is also decent, especially with a boost. Yeah, like I said, that defensive stat was pretty nice because Jirachi was my highest SPDF mon at 100, and yeah, I needed more special ball. Let's have a look what Hitmonchan can learn besides the normal fighting type moves it normally gets. Moves like Collision Course, No Retreat, which will boost, give it an Omni boost, Sacred Sword, Thunderous Kick, Triple Arrows, Victory Dance to boost attack, defense and speed, and Ace Kick. Something like high jump kick, but if you miss, you take 50% recoil, and if you hit, you have a 30% chance to confusion, which is nice. At this point, the Boltund, Hitmonchan, and my final Pokemon all had a plan. Boltund, speed, Hitmonchan, SPDF. My final mon, SPDF, but also in support of Bundle, I picked up PM7, the Politoed. Yeah, again, this hasn't been a rush job, I'm just dumb like that sometimes. But I did have the right stats here, 90 HP and 100 special defense, that's the main kicker for me. But also Drizzle to boost the water type moves from the bundle. As a water type it can use Flip Turn, so that's very nice. Aqua Cutter, Steam Eruption, Triple Dive, or just things, yeah, I mean, I've talked about bundle already, so you would have seen all the water type moves that it can utilize, because it's mainly a special attack with 90 special attack. I don't have to run Drizzle, I can also run Water Absorb, which is pretty nice. And yeah, don't know if you can see it, but it means I have 0 points left over, and that means this is the draft. So, looking at my typings, I do have a small weakness to ground, but Bramble and Anemoris are, I think, very capable of dealing with that. Looking at the stats, very low HP stat, but I'm pretty used to that for some reason. I normally do that. But look at my physical attack. I mean, 102 on average. That's mental. Physical defense, 87, pretty decent. 125 Ting Lu, Megazord 111, Bundle 114, Jirachi 100. Nice. 92 on average for special attack, with of course Bundle, Anemoris and Megazord X leading the charts there. Spadef, now I have 2 Pokemon at 100 special defense and Hitmonchan 110. And yeah, I mean, look at those speed stats. Damn. And I mean, with Tinglu being pretty slow, especially compared to the rest, yeah, I still have one option at least to use in Trick Room. So yeah, these are my 10 ones that I am going to do the Wet n Wild Draft League in. I did draft 2 water types, so I am ready to get wet and wild. So yeah. Week 1 I already know I play against Rixie, and yeah, I hope to see you all at that battle. For now, I've been Timothy, aka SG21. Let me know down below which one you are most interested in for this season. Again, I put my money on Bundle, but Grafaiai again also pretty nice, and I know Theros King also put me first or second, not really sure where he wanted to put me in the PR, so no pressure there, but let's hope I can do it. I really hope I can do that, but we'll see. Again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good one, and I see you at week 1 of with my week 1 battle. Bye!